Well, good morning, everybody. I am excited to be here. Workout's all done, and it's Tuesday, so let's get this going. We are talking about what's missing in the weight loss field. And it's right now, the field is all about how quick can you lose weight and how many days you work out. And I'm here to talk about the other parts. For those of you that are new to me, I'm Michelle Thomas and I'm the founder of Wonderland Wellness. And I want to thank you for showing up to this second video. And I'm doing a 5-part series on this, which will explain what is missing in the weight loss field and what you can do now to succeed in your weight loss efforts. Weight loss is really hard. If it were easy, we wouldn't be in the middle of an obesity epidemic in America. And what's even worse is it's frustrating and depressing to attempt to lose weight over and over and fail again and again. I'm a firm believer that there are actually 2 missing pieces and things that we focus on wrong in the current field. And this is what we're going to talk about. We want to look at implementing habits fixing our mindset and implementing habits to support a healthy lifestyle. So yesterday, we actually talked about the blame game and how it can take you off track. When we try to stuff our emotions and blame everyone else for where we are in life, and then we cope with food, it takes us completely off track. So make sure you check out yesterday's video for a key tip on changing the blame story in your head. Today, I actually want to talk about another mindset issue, and it's a need for perfection. What the heck does perfection have to do with weight loss? Well, let me ask you a question to answer this question. How many times have you stopped a weight loss journey because you had a moment of going off track and then you followed up by, a total binge because you ate off plan because of how you felt? That is a perfection trap. Now, I've been on both sides of this trap. I've actually lost 100 pounds 3 times total. The first 2 times, I never cheated, and I got all the way to the end by focusing on being perfect all the way through and focusing on all the things I could eat once I reached my goal. And that caused, total mass chaos, because by focusing on perfection and being so proud of being so perfect all the way through the journey, when I got to the end, I went completely off the rails, ate everything in sight, and then managed to gain all of that weight back in a very, very short period of time. And I didn't do this once because, I'm a little bit of a slow learner. I did this twice over a 10-year period. So I've also been on a journey and gone off the rails and then shot myself in the foot by binging for a week because I messed up or I didn't eat perfectly in one meal. Telling myself all kinds of horrible stories. I'm never going to lose this weight. I'm lazy. I don't have any willpower. And the big thing was, once I lost it, I knew I wouldn't be able to keep it off. So, what did perfection get me on either side of the coin? A big fat nuttin', honey. So let me tell you a little bit of a story. I kind of think we strive perfection so we can lift ourselves up. But oftentimes it has the exact opposite effect. On both sides of my coin, I ended up feeling frustrated and completely not good enough. And there was something wrong with me. I went back to being a 9-year-old girl. During this whole process, the feelings that were inside, I actually went back to being a 9-year-old girl that answered my dad's phone only to spend 45 minutes listening to my dad's best friend telling me, if only you could lose the weight, you would be so pretty. And let us not forget that the only way a man was going to love me was if I lost the weight. And by the way, I had such a pretty face. It was a darn shame I was overweight. And he told me this many, many times over my life. That horrible feeling of not being loved for who we are and what we think and what we feel. and feeling it so deeply that it hurts. When we fail ourselves with the perfection trap, we are just going right back into that feeling where we get all the funny looks and the hurtful words that kids say as we walk down the street, and those words from good-meaning friends and family trying to encourage us to change. That's all the perfection trap does for us. To be honest, learning how to deal with these words even after losing the weight is important. I have a very well-meaning aunt that has informed me on several occasions since I lost weight that I'm not that person anymore, so I don't have to worry about what I'm eating. The weight won't come back on. Just an FYI, she's wrong. I still have to be aware of what I'm eating, and I still have to have a good relationship with food, or the weight will come back on. So what can you do? My biggest piece of advice is to remember the 80-20 rule, or you can even do 90-10. Eat the best you can 80% of the time, and if you slip 20% of the time, it's okay. Applaud your small successes and brush off those moments when you're human and eat like everyone else. Perfection really isn't required to lose 100 pounds. And actually, if you strive for perfection and then you slip up and then you kick yourself and it takes you a week worth of binge eating, you're actually not going to reach that point. Kicking yourself for each imperfect choice and then eating until you recover your desire to keep going will have you in a cul-de-sac and never reaching your goal. So your takeaway from today is going to be allow yourself to be human and imperfectly perfect. I love that saying, imperfectly perfect. These moments where we lose control, we're actually learning. These are learning moments, guys. The first step to change is understanding why we're losing that control and the why behind what we're doing. But becoming aware of those feelings that cause you to take you off track, whether it's jealousy because you want to eat like everybody else, or if it's you have something to say, but you don't think what you're going to say is going to be well accepted, so you're cramming food in your face. Why don't you feel like you're going to be accepted for who you are and for what you have to say? Take these moments where you lose control or lose your place in your journey to learn about why and the feelings associated with it and work your way through. That's what gets you out of the cul-de-sac and actually stops you from, slashing the other tires or shooting yourself in the foot, is understanding the why and the feelings behind it. That's the mindset piece to losing 100 pounds. Okay, so tomorrow on Mornings with Michelle, we're going to continue looking at what's missing in the weight loss field and what you can do to succeed in your weight loss efforts. But we're actually going to focus on maybe not what's missing in the field, but the extra strong focus that you have to spend hours in the gym in order to see results. Just a little idea here, you don't. If you're finding these video series helpful, we would love to have you join us in our group of Wonder Sisters, where we focus on losing 100 pounds on a journey to healthy. Until tomorrow, remember the key to your success, small, consistent steps toward change will get you to your goal, and you can do anything for 5 minutes. Sending you love and hugs. Have an amazing Tuesday, and remember, watch for those feelings. Bye, guys.